Right here we have the hood, and the hood is really cool looking. This is the hood. Can you believe it, Frank? No, seriously, this is the hood. As you can see, you got to look this direction. Have a chrome strip going right in here. Get ready to put the chrome hinges in here. This has to kind of lean forward and then come up. So there's a couple tricks here, and then we're going to have a liner underneath. So this is the first step for the hood. Make our mold, flip it over, do an insulation into it. Have to do an inside, put the lights. Got some real cool LED lights going in, which no one's seen before. Courtesy of 3M. Lighting division gave to me. We're giving a tryout on it and see how it works.
Awesome. So that I noticed that when I put my hands on it, that is really, really smooth.
Yeah, I did a nice job. Very, very smooth. Getting ready for the mold. So this is almost there.
Yeah, so we're looking at ballpark figure before that actually goes on the hood goes on the car and drive it away.
We've got several molds to build, so I mean this can go on the car right now, but this is just the plug. So the actual part itself, a couple weeks away.
All right. I asked a question about the hood, so maybe you can explain how this hood's going to go up and what.
Well, the hood hinges that we have are right here, and what's unique about these hinges, as you can see, they go up and then they go forward. So this hood needs to go forward first, and then it has to come up, which is pretty tricky, by the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to build this in, and we're going to push this in, and this, when the hood goes up, you can see how it will go up, it pushes forward, and then we have an air shock that will hold the hood up permanently, but for both sides. This whole piece will be made from our new product, which is the cowl and obviously the rest of the car from Alu-Rock, which on the weight size, it's 3.5 times per. How would you explain that?
3.5 times the strength of steel per weight.
Yeah, 3.5 times per strength per weight.
3.5 times the strength of steel
per weight is the Alu-Rock.
So you would need 3.5 times more steel to make it the same strength.
Same.
Wow.
So, in other words, what we're saying is it's extremely light, feels like metal, but yet it's stronger than metal. By 3 times or better. So
very cool. All right.
It's a time shifter.
All right. So what are we looking at, Al?
We have an aluminum drive shaft for the Vicci 6.2 over there. This is a really unique piece because most cars use steel. We're using all aluminum. You'd save probably about 30 to 40% of the weight.
Is it stronger?
Really well, it's as strong as steel, but it's aluminum, so it's much lighter. So it kind of just lightens up the car. We're trying to keep the car as light as possible wherever we can. So this is one way of doing it. Short of using, carbon fiber, which is real expensive.
So most of the parts that are going into the car are parts that normally wouldn't go into a car, then, correct?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, everything we're doing is first class and top notch, and you won't see this on every car.
Oh, and when do you think that particular part will be put in?
Well, we've taken it out. We just took it out because we're rolling the car back and forth, and we're getting ready to do the body mold, so this can't stay in for that.
All right. Now, the last time I was in here, Al, you were just, I guess the engine was in here, but I noticed that part, this part right, let me zoom up and out.
This right here.
Yeah, right. What is that now?
Right here is our steering shaft coming through here, and this is our power booster. So this power booster is 1,400 pounds of pressure. Car's extremely light, and it's extremely fast. So it's extremely light and extremely fast. So you got to stop the car. This will ensure that the car will stop. But the unique thing about it is it's not vacuumed at all. In other words, it's not hooked up to the vacuum system. It's hooked up to our power steering pump and also our power steering rack. So this little thing here, in case the power steering and the engine shut off, this would still stop you at least 3 times with the braking, as the manufacturer tells us. And this is a very unique unit, very expensive unit, I might add. Bosch makes this unit, and it's typically not found on cars because of the expense of it. So we've gone out of our way to not only stop the car, but yet make it more convenient, and actually looks real good in there and it fit perfectly in there. There's another piece that comes out here where you actually put your oil into it, which is not on here right now because we're still prototyping it, but it was on here and taken off.
All right. Now, is there anything else that you've done since I...
Well, yeah, we came along and we had we now outlined this hood, which is from the hood. We have this nice crease line going in here.
Then I'll get a closer picture of that so they can see.
Because it's hard to see, but from this point over, this is where your hood comes in, so you have a nice, real defined line coming through here. So that's going to be really nice for the grill. And once it's painted, it'll actually kind of pop out. It's a little detail, but it's the little details that count on these cars.
Wow.
In the back, what we've done is we are putting our exhaust in, and our exhaust comes in over here. We put a flange in it, cut it out, and this will come in over here. I've got a piece of wood on here because this is still mock.
Wait, let me get over here and I'll get down so I can get a closer shot of that.
If the board wasn't here, this would go straight on in, and you can kind of get an idea how that exhaust is going to go in there. So this will be on the left and right side. The only thing we need to do left on here is we're starting to put in for our bumpers. This is just a real crude piece. This goes over here, and then our bumpers get set in here. So we're going to build this out and then start on our light features next. We should have this done by the end of next week.
Wow, so you're almost there then, really.
Oh yeah, we're definitely there. We're now into the mold stage. We'll start building molds for the hood Monday, and the fenders are done, so they'll start being done, the front fenders.
Yeah, well, I find it really exciting that every time I come, you're really, really close to actually driving this thing.
It is. You know, a couple of the other things too. I don't know if I've seen you talking to Juan. Did Juan go over the dashboard, what we've done here? Our ashtray's going in here. We've got our glove box that Dwayne's working on over there. Our system's over here. So when you push this in, you've got your heat. Over here will be 2 switches, which is kind of cool. Easy access. It will be your heat for your seats, and then push this and it comes out, and you got your ashtray and of course your lighter. Over here, it's going to be our glove box and armrest. That'll go in there like that. This will be rounded, so everything's round.
Oh, the shift?
Yeah, well, no, this is the emergency brake, e-brake, they call it. So this will open up like this. Inside here, planning on putting in a converter. And a converter is pretty cool because you can just plug in your computer. So you can just take your computer if you're plugging in at your house, plug it inside the box, and you can run your computer, any device, shaving, whatever you want to do for like 110. So it's a 110 converter. And then also we'll have an iPod connection in there as well, just as kind of an extra accessory in there. So it's really loaded down. Well,
let me ask a question here, because I know that when the people take a look at this video and they see this car the way it is right now, they're probably saying, you know, it looks like you're just building this thing and it looks like it's never going to be on the... But what would it take, because I know that you're very close, but for the average person that would be looking at a car like this...
Well, this is not for an average person.
Yeah, I mean, what they're looking at, once you have everything done as far as like you're putting the indentations in the front and you're putting the final touches, how long would it be to assemble everything to drive it out?
Well, I mean, that's sort of a loaded question. I mean, we could actually put this car together and drive it tomorrow by putting the wiring loom on and get going, but that's not our objective right now. Our objective is to finish the molds first and then put the car together. So, you know, we're still looking at about 6 weeks, 7 weeks.
So 6 to 7 weeks you'll have a finished product.
Oh, yeah, we'll be definitely driving the car around.
Well, see, that's pretty cool, and that's what I'm looking for to show to...
Well, I mean, we have... The radiator is done, we just have to finish that. We have some detail work, and the detail work is the most important part here.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Everything else is pretty much done. A week from now, when you come back and you see this thing, I mean, the last time I think you were here was...
It was a month ago.
I don't even think it was a month ago, was it?
Probably.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah.
So we've managed to do a tremendous
a
amount of
lot.
work. I think something that somebody else would have to do would probably take them 6-7 months.
Wow.
We're moving right along.
Well, good. We'll keep giving the sneak previews until we roll the car out. And then I know that there's probably a lot of people think that you're really not building the car, but I got news for them. If they were in my position, they're looking at the car, so they're going to get shocked when they see this beautiful thing roll out.
Yeah, it's going to be fast, quick, nice, and cool.
Yep. Thanks, Al.
You're welcome.